Close your eyes. Imagine a land where being sent meant saying goodbye to life. A place where humans did not rule, but fear did. There was no mercy here, no return. And yet today, this very same land is known to the world as Australia. This is the story of a punishment that became a nation. For thousands upon thousands of years, Australia stood alone on the map of the world, completely cut off from everything else. This isolation forged a nature that was strange, dangerous, and unforgiving. Here, the land burned under a relentless sun. The vast forests were eerily silent, and the nights were filled with an ancient, palpable fear. This was not a landscape meant for ordinary humans. It was a separate, merciless world. But this land was not empty. It had no kings or emperors ruling over it, yet it had its silent guardians, the Aboriginal people. They were simple in their ways, yet powerful in their connection to the earth. They didn't seek to conquer the land. They spoke to it. Their belief was profound. We do not own the land. We are a part of it. For 60,000 years, they thrived, surviving and adapting to this merciless continent. They understood its secrets, its rhythms, its dangers. Then one day, the vast, empty ocean revealed a secret of its own, a secret that would change everything forever. On the distant horizon, a new shape appeared, white ships, cutting through the waves. The year was 1788. Inside those ships were not explorers or merchants, but humans in chains. Their hopes were broken, their souls punished. Great Britain had made a decision. Send its unwanted, its criminals, its poor, to the very edge of the world. And just like that, Australia became the largest and most remote prison on Earth. The first fleet arrived, and a new, brutal chapter began. Life for these prisoners was a waking nightmare. It was defined by hunger, agonizing pain, and constant gnawing fear. With bare hands, they were forced to cut down ancient forests. Day after day, they broke stones under the scorching sun. They begged for the simple right to breathe freely. The new environment was as cruel as their captors. Many died from unfamiliar diseases. Others were killed by the venomous snakes that patrolled the landscape. Some simply went mad in the suffocating silence and isolation. But some, against all odds, survived. They endured. And those survivors, the ones who refused to break, became the unlikely foundation of this new land. But as the prisoner settlements grew, another story was being written in blood and silence. The Aboriginal people, the land's first inhabitants, were being erased. Their ancestral lands were stolen, fenced off, and claimed by the newcomers. Their complex languages, which held millennia of knowledge, were suppressed and forbidden. Their very existence, their culture, their way of life, was systematically destroyed. This is the tragic, shadowed part of Australia's history. A truth that remained silent and unacknowledged for decades. The birth of one society came at the devastating cost of another. Then, one day in 1851, the land itself began to speak a new language, a single word that would change the colony's destiny forever. Gold. The news spread like a wildfire, igniting a fever that swept across the globe. People came from all corners of the world. They were hungry, not for food, but for opportunity. They carried dreams of a new life in their hearts. They were all seeking a new fate. Suddenly, Australia was no longer just a prison. It transformed into a beacon of hope, a land of second chances. Cities began to rise from the dust. Gaslights flickered on in new streets. The future, once a bleak and distant thought, was finally opening its eyes. The turn of the century brought a new identity. In 1901, for the first time, this land of convicts, settlers, and gold diggers recognized itself as one. The separate colonies united. Australia officially became a nation. It was no longer a place of punishment, a dumping ground for the British Empire. It was becoming a symbol of freedom, a testament to the idea that people could build a new society from the ground up, far from the old world's rigid structures. This new identity was forged in the fires of global conflict. In the world wars, Australia made immense sacrifices. From the shores of Gallipoli to the fields of France, the soldiers of the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, the Anzacs, proved one thing with their courage and grit. This nation was no longer silent. It was no longer a child of Britain. It had learned to stand on its own 2 feet, with its own voice, and its own unique character. The spirit of Mayship, born in the harsh bush and hardened in the trenches, became a core part of the national identity. Today, this is the very same land that once knew only fear and punishment. Now, it is a vibrant, multicultural society built on law, education, and a zest for life. Its cities gleam, its people come from every nation on earth, and its future is bright. Bate land, the ancient, knowing land, still remembers everything that happened upon it. The silent footsteps of the first peoples, the clatter of convicts' chains, the shouts of the gold rush, and the echoes of war. Australia teaches us a powerful lesson, that even a punishment can become a history, that a prison can become a home, if humans simply refuse to give up. This is the incredible story of a journey from chains to freedom, from silence to a national identity, from darkness into a brilliant light. This is Australia. It's not just a country, it's a living film of human resilience, a story still being written. If you want to hear more stories like this, please subscribe and join us for the next journey.